Hi everyone! Israelis donate to help the tsunami survivors. Israeli tsunami survivors tell their story. The Makom Balev youth clubs occupy children after school time, and the second annual World Mizrahi International Young Leadership Conference. Let's get started. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. The tsunami disaster, which occurred in southern Asia, is absolutely incomprehensible. One thing's sure, while the disaster proved how small us human beings are in this world, the activities that have been taking place since the disaster prove how great human beings can be. Now, although on Israeli Salad we try to show you things that are unique in Israel, I'm happy that the next item is absolutely not exclusive to Israel.
The Israel Campaign for Southeast Asia, spearheaded by Israel Aid members, along with over 45 Israeli national groups, opened donation drop-off warehouses all across Israel. The people of Israel have been asked to donate relief items, among them food, tents, sheets and hygiene supplies. Financial donations are also being raised to help support relief teams in the field. Members of the Israel Campaign for Southeast Asia believe in the importance of collaborating with Jewish communities around the world to support Israeli and Jewish relief activities in the field. One such group, Koach Latet, which means the power to give, has been busy collecting food and clothing. Members of the campaign have also appealed to their branches and friends around the globe to donate and participate in this global Jewish effort.
I brought some food, water, towels. I also brought a net and a mattress. We've already received phone calls from many companies and schools that want to bring a lot of stuff for this cause. People were just waiting for an address where they could send things. Since the disaster occurred, people have been searching for ways to help. May the people of Israel behave like this also in other situations. Not only in situations like this, but also in good times we should be calm and willing to help everyone this much. Stories of courage and bravery are heard throughout the world from people who survived the tsunami. Gabi Newman and Miriam Hoffman met Israeli survivors who came back with stories that they connect to their belief in God.
I've always had a trust in God in every situation. Today I have a greater trust. He's with me in every situation, protecting me, protecting everyone.
5 days after the tsunami disaster, hundreds of family members packed the arrivals hall at Ben Gurion Airport, waiting for their loved ones who were on a flight arriving from Sri Lanka, Israeli survivors of the disaster.
Listen, it's not simple. We got him back again.
When you see the pictures, you can't believe that you can come out alive. 2 days after the disaster, we reached him. He assured us that he's okay. Nothing happened to him. God was with him.
3 days after the arrival, Shmulik Janach and his friends met in their favorite surfing club. As opposed to other occasions, this time it wasn't stories of surfing experiences and maneuvers that were heard in the club.
We were at Kadua Beach in Sri Lanka. I was in the water while my friend here filmed me from the beach. There was something different in the water, something weird. The sand started to rise. Usually the water is very clear. You could see the fish and whatever's under the water. It was like the ocean was coming closer to the beach. I rowed as strong as I could. I could see that the waves were hitting all the restaurants. Everything was moving. The trees started to move with the water. What did I feel? I felt helpless, like there's no beach. It was just me and my surfboard, alone, in a world of only water.
With water surrounding him from all sides, while he was making his way towards the shore, Shmulik knew there was only one other thing he could do.
I prayed. I said, Shema Yisrael. I prayed that everything would be okay.
יש לי פה איזה משהו שגיליתי אחר כך.
I have here something interesting that I noticed afterwards. After I returned, I remembered that someone gave me a book of Psalms. Only later I noticed that it had a picture of a wave.
There are many thanks to be said to many people, to the families who supported us from far, to the local residents there that helped us, but most important, to God. Be sure to visit the Israeli Salad website. On the Israeli Salad site, scroll through all the editions, see what topics were presented on each program, and simply click on the icon to watch your favorite program. Also, watch all our fantastic music videos featured right here on Israeli Salad. So be sure to click on www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm. That's www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm.
Do your kids have something to do in the afternoon? Well, children who live in a city with a Makom Balev youth club have afternoon activities 2 or 4 times a week. Here's a visit to the Rosh Ha'ain Makom Balev youth club. Parents prefer that their children stay occupied as much as possible and try to keep their children off the streets. This is also true in Israel. Makom Balev, a place in the heart, is a project initiated by the OU Orthodox Union Israel Center. The Makom Balev centers throughout the country offer after-school activities for children in 5th through 10th grade.
It's fun to come. There are friends, games.
I love to come to Makom Balev because it's fun here.
Trips, games, drinks. It's fun.
At Makom Balev, we come and do things that we enjoy.
The Makom Balev activities started 4 years ago with only one branch.
In the beginning, a real small branch was opened, only a few kids came. They tried to help children from weaker parts of society. Step by step, more branches were opened throughout the country.
Today, the Makom Balev centers cater to over 1,800 children, mainly in development towns.
There are 14 cities with Makom Balev youth centers. In some of the cities, like the city of Sderot, there are more than one center.
The different activities in which the children take part at the Makom Balev youth clubs include group discussions and learning, enrichment courses, group music and dancing, leisure activities, assistance with homework, trips, and weekend retreats. All these activities sound fun, but at Makom Balev they never forget that fun's not enough and the activities must be educational as well. Makom Balev places a strong emphasis on the personal and religious development of every child in the program.
What's special here is the combinations of values and fun.
For me, the most important thing is that the children should feel the warmth and the love. All the other things, the fun, the activities, and the trips, they're all additional bonuses.
We give them a few hours with no television, with more values. Values of loving and respecting one another and values of Torah.
To help the children develop, the Makom Balev staff must maintain a pleasant and welcoming atmosphere in each center. After all, that's what the name Makom Balev, a place in the heart, is all about.
We try to relate to each child on a personal level, in the best way. We even visit the kids at home. Counselors help the children with their homework.
They know that they have someone who will listen to them. They have here someone to talk to play with, and laugh with. It helps me meet new friends. The counselors are really fun. They help improve my self-esteem. It helps me a lot. Even when the activity is finished, you'll see here a few girls that hang around to talk with the counselor and get advice for anything they need.
We want to actually connect to the kids emotionally. That way, we can help them develop spiritually. When they grow up, we'll have more good people in our nation.
ויהיו פשוט אנשים טובים בעם ישראל.
The second annual World Mizrahi International Young Leadership Conference took place in Jerusalem from December 27th through December 30th. The conference brought together 40 young leaders from 20 countries. The aim of the annual conference is to pick a select group of young people in the age range of 20 to 35 who have shown outstanding leadership qualities in their communities throughout the world. Participants of the conference came from all over the world: New York, Los Angeles, Toronto, London, Johannesburg, Kiev, Odessa, Krakow, Minsk, and other cities. The sessions in the conference covered topics like the centrality of Israel to the Jewish people, leadership training, renewal of religious Zionism, and more. Mark Kaplan joined the conference and spoke to some of the participants.
We've decided in the World Mizrahi now that we want to start promoting our young leadership group and to join the Mizrahi and eventually to take over from our leaders. In some countries we have leaders who've been there for many, many years, and kol hakavod to them, but you need to have change.
We will not just learn something about leadership and about Zionism, but we have to, everybody of us, get to return to his country and act and do something practical for Israel.
I'd like to see, how other people have been coming along in their plans for their communities.
So I've seen how we can improve things from Israel advocacy to young leadership to working in partnership with the other organizations to promote Israel and religious Zionism.
There's some fresh enthusiasm that I hope at least a little bit I have grasped and would be able at least to give to other members of our community.
Nice to meet new people. It's good to get educated about leadership, Zionism. Getting a lot that I can give to my community, to the young kids in my community, help them to become big Zionists.
We're getting along much better than I anticipated. I definitely thought there was going to be a much bigger language barrier and that we wouldn't really be able to communicate so well, but we've been chilling and hanging out with all these people from, 12 different other countries.
Jews in general talk with their hands, and Italians talk with their hands. You being an Italian Jew, you really talk with your hands. I've noticed. Has anybody ever pointed that out?
I'm not talking, that the hands tell me what I have to say.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
And now our weekly insight. Today we'll be discussing the Parsha, the portion of the week of Bo. Shalom to Rabbi Samson.
Shalom Yoni. Shalom to all of our viewers around the world.
In the Parsha of Bo, I'd like to focus on the name of the Parsha. Bo means come. This word is used by God when He tells Moses, come to Pharaoh. Now why does God say come? Shouldn't His commandment sound more like go to Pharaoh? It sounds as if God is saying that He is already with Pharaoh and He's calling Moses to join in.
That's a really very important insight that you say come to Paro rather than go to Paro, which would mean that God is with Pharaoh. And I think that there's a very deep concept that is hidden in this verse. And the Talmud teaches us that wherever the Jewish people are exiled, God is actually in exile along with the Jewish people, and that God is there. And all of the troubles and tribulations that befall the Jewish people are actually set by God, and God is with the Jewish people in these troubles and tribulations. And this is what God is alluding to in His statement to Moses, come to Pharaoh. Yes, God is in Egypt, and He is actually behind Pharaoh's hardened heart. And that if you want to reach God, you reach God by going to Pharaoh. And all of the suffering that the Jewish people have suffered throughout the generations is actually set by God, and we actually see God through our affliction.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Samson.
The Weekly Insight is brought to you in cooperation with Machon Meir, the largest Zionist institute in Israel, bringing people closer to Judaism.
Okay, that's all for this week. We'll be back next week with another program, so be sure to join us again then. Until next time, from all of us here at Israel National News, Shalom.